Good morning. Today I'm going to be doing the Greenwich walk. I'm here at Greenwich Station, one of the oldest commercial railway lines. It opened in 1836. London Bridge to Greenwich, first commercial line. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to leave the station and I shall tell you more about the walk on the other side. Welcome to Greenwich. As I said, I'm going to be doing the Greenwich walk today. I should be going to Greenwich Park. I should be going up to the Observatory, down to the old Naval College and along the Thames. And I'll be going through the Greenwich Foot Tunnel. Now across the road from the station is the College of Queen Elizabeth. Now when I say the college, it goes back to about 1576 and it is basically opened up as an almshouse. Now, as I said, these are the Queen Elizabeth College, set up by William Lombard in 1576, basically for the poor of the borough. Now, from Greenwich Station, you bear to your left, cross over, and we head towards the town hall, straight in front. Then we'll be bearing right. All we do is just cross over and carry on towards the town hall. Now that's where I've come from, Greenwich Station. I'll just give you a panoramic view of where I am. Now if you continue straight down, you come by or to the Cutty Sark, but we're not going to do that. We're going to be bearing to our right in a minute by Royal Hill. Now in front is the library, West Greenwich Library. All thanks to Andrew Carnegie, with his money was able to open. And beside the library is the town hall. Now the town hall was built in 1939, the architect Clifford Culpin. And what we're going to do, we'll be turning the corner by the town hall on our right. Now that's where I've just come from, past the library. And as I said, we're going to turn here by Royal Hill. And in front is the town hall. And all we're going to do is just continue and cross over, and we'll be turning up by Burney Street. In front is the town hall, as I said, designed by Clifford Culpin back in 1939, rather austere looking. Now if you continue up Royal Hill and you turn off by the point, there's a viewing point up there. But unfortunately there's full of old hoardings and God knows what, so I'll be avoiding that. So as I said, we turn left here into Burney Street and then we'll be turning right up Crooms Hill. Now at the end of Burney Street, as I said, we turn right up Crooms Hill. But if you cross over and continue straight, you come out by the Maritime Museum. But as I said, we're going to be burn to our right up Crooms Hill. In front, you have the Greenwich Theatre. Now, facing the Greenwich Theatre was the home of Daniel Day-Lewis as a boy, where his father lived here. No, at number 12 Crooms Hill is the Fan Museum, which is in front. I've just passed the Fan Museum, we just continue up Crooms Hill. Now here at number 24 Crooms Hill was the home of Lawrence and Eileen Shaughnessy. Now Eileen Shaughnessy was married to Eric Arthur Blair, better known as George Orwell, 1984. Now I'm standing beside 24 Crooms Hill, O'Shaughnessy's house, Eileen O'Shaughnessy's house. Now you can go into Greenwich Park here, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue up the hill. Number 26, Crooms Hills, lived Benjamin Raw. As I said, we just continue straight up. I'm still on Crooms Hill, and we'll be heading towards McCartney House, where James Wolfe spent his youth. Now at the top of Crooms Hill, we've got McCartney House, and this is where James Wolfe spent some of his youth. And we're just going to continue straight beside the house, and we'll be heading up towards Ranger's house, which holds the Arena collection, art collection. As I said, all we do is just continue straight in front, heading towards Ranger's house. Now in front is the range, originally built back in 1699 by Francis Hosier, and at the present time it holds the Werner collection. Now he was a diamond dealer, merchant, etc., and he left quite a bit of art. I'm just going to give you a panoramic view of where I am. Now here I'm at the top of by Blackheath. And going back to the early 19th century, they used to have fairs up here, believe it or not. It was more of a day out for everyone, drinking, you name it, all sorts of sport. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head into Greenwich Park. Now at the end of Chesterfield Walk, I've just come from Range House, we turn left. And we'll be heading towards Greenwich Park, heading into Greenwich Park. Okay, now that's where I turned the corner. I'm on Charlton Way, and all we do is take that entrance there into Greenwich Park, and then we'll be burned to our right. So we turn into Greenwich Park by where those people are. Okay, that's where I've just come in from, Charlton Way. And as I said, all we're going to do is bear to our right and just carry on through till we get to Blackheath Avenue. Just follow the path on to your left. Just continue till we go on to Blackheath Avenue. Just give you a little view. But here we are on Blackheath Avenue. As I said, we're on Blackheath Avenue, and this is where they start the London Marathon from. Now I've done a few London Marathons in my time. I won't tell you how many, but I've done a few. But anyway, we just continue down here. We're heading towards the Observatory now. Okay, when you reach this point, all we do is just carry on straight in front. Over on my right soon will be the pavilion, tea pavilion. Okay, as I said, on the way is the pavilion cafe or tea rooms, but we just carry on straight. Now straight in front is the statue of James Wolfe, and on my left is the Royal Observatory. Now if you need to go to the toilet, go down here by your left and then right, there's public toilets there. But anyway, we're just going to carry on straight. Okay, I'll be going up the steps here. It's free to get into this part of the building.
I won't be able to then tolerate.
Okay, I've just been in there. It's a bit dark for me to do any video. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just going to go around and we'll go down to the bottom. So we'll just... Okay, now that's where I've just come from. Just give you a view of where I am and what I'm doing. So we just carry on straight through. Now in front is the statue of James Wolfe. It was erected here in 1930. The sculptor was Robert Tate Mackenzie. Just give you a view of where I am. Now I'm going to go over there in a minute to see the Meridian line and the red ball, the time ball. Just give you a panoramic view of where I am. And that's the O2 over there. Where that young fellow is standing is the Meridian line, time meridian, 0 longitude. Okay, in front is the Queen's House, and beyond the Queen's House is the Royal Naval College. We're heading down there shortly. Now James Wolfe died in 1759. He was involved in quite a few campaigns. In fact, he was up in Culloden in 1745 with George II's son, third son William, Duke of Cumberland, better known as the Butcher of Culloden. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off here by the way of the statue, and we're heading to Vanbar Castle. Very nice. I'm standing beside James Wolfe's statue, the statue of Wolfe, and I'm looking down towards Blackheath Gate, where he came from. Now from the statue, we're going to turn over there to where the people are coming from, to the right of the statue, and we're going to head towards in the direction of Vanbar Castle. Just continue straight. And at the end of the path you got the Elizabeth Oak. Now this oak, fallen oak tree, was famous for Henry VIII when he was caught in Anne Boleyn. Anyway, what I'm going to do, okay, all we do is just carry on straight in front, just continue straight past the oak, the Elizabeth Oak. Just carry on straight in front. We're heading towards Vanbar Castle. Now carry on straight in front and we leave Greenwich Park here and cross over the road to Vanbar Castle. Now I've just left Greenwich Park and across the road is Vanbar Castle. I'm on Maze Hill and I'll be coming back here through the gate here, but we'll just cross over to Vanbar Castle. Okay, we'll just pop through the gates here. Now John Vanbar designed Blenheim Palace and Howard Castle, or Blenheim Palace should I say. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to head back into Greenwich Park and we're going to be heading down towards the Thames and then towards the Naval College. So we'll just cross over and back into the park. Now I've just come back from Vanbar Castle, or house. Just give you a quick view. Now what we're going to do, we're going to be taking the middle path here. And we're heading down, as I said, towards the Thames, towards the Naval College. Here we are beside One Tree Hill. We'll just have a quick view over the railings and then we'll be heading straight down the path in front. Down at the bottom you can see the Boating Lake. Just give you a view where I am. I'm standing on the viewing by One Tree Hill. So we'll just continue straight down the hill, straight in front. Okay, when you get to this point, just take the path there on your right. And in front you've got the back of the Queen's house, and beside it, further along, is the National Maritime Museum. But we'll be coming to them in a minute. Now beside it, or I'm beside the boating pond. But we just continue straight in front. Okay, when you leave or go through the gate, you bear to your right along Park Vista. So we bear to our right. Just continue along Park Vista. And that's where I've just come from. And there's an entrance back into Greenwich Park. But that is Maze Hill up there. And what we're going to do, we're going to turn left into Maze Hill and we're going to head down towards the Thames. Okay, we carry on along Maze Hill here. We'll be crossing over to Trafalgar Road, heading down towards the Thames. Now at the end of Maze Hill, all we do is cross over by the light and just continue straight in front. We just carry along Hoskins Street till we get to the Thames. We'll be passing the old power station. Just continue straight ahead, cross the road just straight ahead. Right in front is the old power station, built about 1902-10, built to supply power, electricity to the old trams. Anyway, we just carry on straight in front. Okay, we're approaching the Thames, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to veer to my right for a slight detour. There's a pub called the Cutty, Sark, and a few other old buildings. Now this is where I've just come from. As I said, we're going to veer here to my right, only for a short distance, and then head back. Over there is the O2. As I said, got the old Cutty Sark pub there in front. Okay, what I'm going to do now, as I said, I'm going to turn back and we're going to head towards the old Naval College. So we just go forwards. In front is one of the oldest buildings in Greenwich, Trinity Hospital. Now it is an almshouse. It was set up by the Earl of Northampton and it's run by the Mercer's company, livery company in the city. It's still in use today. It's not a hospital as such, it's a old people's home basically. Anyway, we just continue straight in front. Just continue straight ahead. Okay, we just carry on straight. Okay, at the end we got the Trafalgar pub, made famous by Charles Dickens, quite a few politicians, and it was famous for its white-bait suppers. Anyway, we'll just walk on, carry on round beside the Thames. Now, normally you can walk down on the shoreline when the tide's out. Unfortunately, the tide's in today. Our next spot will be the Royal Naval College, which is standing beside. So we just carry on for a short bit and then we'll be entering by the water gate. Now this is where I've just come from, the Trafalgar pub. And here I am at the Naval College and at the water gate. And what we're going to do is go up the steps and straight ahead. The old Naval College closed down in 1998, and before that, as I said, was the old Naval College, which was set up in about 1873. And before that, it was the Greenwich Seamen's Hospital for old sailors. Now, the building straight in front is the Queen's House, built or designed by Inigo Jones. And these buildings here, the old Naval College, was built by or designed by Christopher Wren. Now, it's divided into 4 quarters. Now, on my left is the ladies' quarters, as one might say. You have Anne Court, and further on you have Mary's Court. And on the right, the first buildings here is known as Charles Court, and the one above is called William Court, after William III. But anyway, we just carry on straight in front towards the statue of George II. Now that's where I've just come up from. Now the building over there, Charles II Court, which I said, is now home to Trinity Hall of Music, and all the other buildings belong to the Greenwich University. So we just carry on straight in front. Continue straight ahead up the steps. Now the building on my right, William III, that is known as the Painted Hall, and that's where Lord Nelson's body laid after the Battle of Trafalgar when he was fatally wounded. And over there, on my left, is Queen Mary, or Mary's Court, and over there is the chapel. But anyway, we just carry on straight in front. Now, as I said, the building on my right is the Painted Hall, and the reason it's called the Painted Hall, James Thornhill painted the walls and ceiling, and it's where Nelson's body lay in state. Now in front you got the building, you got the Queen's House, and to my left is the chapel, Greenwich Chapel. Just carrying in front, and then we're going to be burned to our right. Okay, it'd be nice if we can just go through the gate and up to Queen's House, but unfortunately we can't. So as I said, we're going to be burned right here, and then we're heading up to the Maritime Museum, then up to the Queen's House, and then we'll be heading back. Now that's where I've just come from. I'll just give you a view. That's William's Court there, or William III's Court. But as I said, what we're going to do, we'll just go ahead and we'll leave the Naval College here, and we'll cross over the road, and we'll be heading up towards the Maritime Museum. Okay, I've just crossed over the lights, and I said all we're going to do is go through the gates up to the Maritime Museum. Okay, in front is the National Maritime Museum, so we go straight ahead towards it. Welcome to the Maritime Museum. It's free to get in and well for a visit, especially the Nelson collection, where you can see the coat Nelson was wearing when he was shot on the picture. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bear to my left, I'm heading towards the Queen's House. Okay, welcome to the Queen's House, designed and built by Inigo Jones, and it was on the orders of Queen Anne of Denmark, who was married to James I. Unfortunately, she didn't get the pleasure of staying or living in the house. It was James I's son, Charles's wife, Henrietta Marie, who absolutely adored the place. What I'm going to do, we'll go up there and we'll look down towards the Thames from the Queen's House, and then after that we're going to go behind the National Maritime Museum. Okay, I'm standing with my back against the Queen's House, looking towards the Thames. When Queen Mary II, who was married to William III, or jointly ruled England, when she was getting the hospital, Seamen's Hospital built, she told Christopher Wren to make a gap so that you could see the Thames from here to the house. So what I'm going to do from here, I'm going to go down the steps again and continue round Burn to my left. I've just come down from the steps there. All we do now is just continue up the steps there along the portico, and we'll be walking behind the back of the National Maritime Museum, heading back towards Greenwich. At the back of the Queen's house, you've got a lovely view of Greenwich Park straight in front. But as I said, what we'll be doing, we'll just continue straight. Okay, that's the Queen's house in front. Just come along there. Now that's the National Maritime Museum. That used to be the schoolhouse. Anyway, all we do now is just continue straight in front. Back entrance of the museum. And so we just carry on. Okay, when you get to William's statue, we're going to leave the gate and bear to our right. Well, I've just come through the gates there. Just give you a panoramic view of where I am. Okay. And all we do is, I said, we bear to our right and we're heading down towards the Cutty Sark, straight in front. Alright, just continue down King William Walk. All we do is cross over and carry on straight. Okay, all we do is continue along King William Walk. I just crossed over that main road till we get to the Cutty Sark. Okay, all we do is cross over the lights and just continue in front. Okay, here we are at the Cutty Sark, built as a tea clipper back in 1869 in Dumbartonshire, Clydebank. Okay, the Cutty Sark's name comes from a Robbie Burns poem, Tam O'Shanter. And the figurehead in front is Nanny Dean. Now, she was the witch running after Tammy, and she grabbed hold of the tail of the pony or donkey he was riding. So if you look very carefully, you'll see a clump of hair she's grasping. Well, anyway, over there on the left of the Cutty Sark is Pepys's building, and it's an information centre. So if you want information or any information, it's got a museum and everything in there. Well worth a visit. And over here, on my right, we've got the Greenwich Pier, where you can get boat rides back up to Westminster or wherever. Just give you a quick view of where I am. I've got some budding musician beside me. But the building in front, the dome, this is the Greenwich Foot Tunnel. I'm going to go in there and we're going to go over to the other side, Island Gardens. As I said, we'll be going in here into the Foot Tunnel, the Greenwich Foot Tunnel, over to Island Gardens, and we're going to have a look at a view that Canaletto saw a few hundred years ago when he painted the Naval College. I'm on the lift taking me down to the Foot Tunnel. Okay, now that's where I've just come from. And I'm going all the way to the other side to Island Gardens. Now, at any one time there could be 33 or 55 feet of water above us, all depending on the tides of the Thames. Anyway, we just continue straight. Now, the tunnel was built by Alexander Binney back and opened in 1902. Okay, well, I'm at the other end of the tunnel. I'm in Island Gardens. I'm going to head over towards the Thames there and look across at the old Naval College. Well, this is the view Canaletto had when he done his painting a few hundred years ago. I'll just give you a view of where I've been. Now there's the old power station which we walked along. Okay, there's the Royal Old Naval College and Queen's House in between. And that dome there is where we entered the foot tunnel, and beside it is the Cutty Sark. Now from here I'm going to get the Docklands Light Railway back to Greenwich or the Cutty Sark, so we won't be walking along the tunnel. So we'll be heading towards Island Gardens, Docklands Light Railway. Okay, as I said, from here we just go through the gate and just carry on straight along till we get to the station, which is only about 100 yards in front. Just continue straight in front. In front is the Docklands Light Railway Station, Island Gardens, so we'll just go straight ahead and we'll get the train to Cutty Sark, Greenwich. Okay, I've just come from the Cutty Sark, and all you do when you leave the station, bear to your right, and we'll be turning left. Okay, now that's where I've just come from, along Creek Road off the station. Just give you a view of where I am. In front, you might be able to see it, is the mast of the Cutty Sark. So I'm just going to cross over here and then into the market, turn by station approach. I'll just give you an idea of where I am. Now that's where I come from, Creek Road over there. I'm standing beside the Spanish galleon. And all we do is just continue along here for a bit and then we'll be going into the market. Just to give you an idea of where I am, we passed there earlier on, King William Walk. And here I am in front of Greenwich Market, so we'll just go straight through. Okay, I'll be leaving the market here. Now I've come full circle. Now that's where I started from Creek Road, and then I crossed over, went round the corner by College Approach, and then I've come out by Greenwich Market. Well, I've just come out from Greenwich Market from that exit there. Just give you a view of where I am now. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to carry on straight in front beside St Alfred, which is in front there. Now I'm standing beside St Alfred Church on the Greenwich Church Street. The buried here is James Wolfe. St Alfred was a person, or the Archbishop of Canterbury, who was bludgeoned to death by the Vikings because he wouldn't hand over the gold. But the only gold he would hand over was the word of God. But from here, what we're going to do is just carry on to Greenwich Station where the walk will end. Carry on in front, that big tower there is the town hall. As I said earlier on, it's run by Clifford Carlton, and we're heading towards Greenwich Station where the walk ends. Well, I'm back at Greenwich Mainline Station. I hope you enjoyed the walk.